Welcome to the LYCRA Company webinar introducing our latest innovation, LYCRA Anti-Slip Fiber, solving the problem of seam slippage. I'm Rita Ratzkoff, Senior Strategic Account Manager, and with me, I have my colleagues Melissa Stewart, our Global Technology Director, and Tiani Liao, our Technical Development Guru for Denim. Tiani is our genius scientist who is the inventor of so many of our LYCRA fiber innovations for denim that many of you are using today. It's great to see so many of you joining us today on this webinar. Couple housekeeping things. In the bottom center of your screen, there's a Q&A button. You can send a question at any time and we'll answer all of those at the end. If you leave your contact information, we'll be able to get back to you if we don't have time to answer all the questions. I am super excited to be able to finally share with you our new LYCRA Anti-Slip Fiber. Seam slippage is a key issue in stretch denim that the industry has been trying to combat for some time. Let me show you an example of a pair of jeans I have and what happened to them. You can see this unsightly ripple here across the front. On the back and the yoke, you can see the ripple. And then worse yet, you can see what's going down in the butt right here, this ripple. Poly, viscose, rayon blends, and cellulosic fabrics have become more popular, but they also have a much higher propensity for slippage. This slippage creates disappointment to the consumers when their jeans get that unsightly ripple. They stop wearing them, they put them in the back of their closet, or they just get rid of them, which shortens the lifespan of the jeans. And it can damage the brand image of where those jeans were purchased. This slippage problem is widespread. It's affected all channels, whether mass, chains, or premium denim. The example I showed you is actually premium denim. It's been a headache for brands, retailers, and mills as they've tried to combat this prevailing issue. Well, we now have the best solution with our patent-pending LYCRA Anti-Slip Fiber, which greatly reduces the likelihood of slippage in single core fabrics. On this webinar, we're going to talk about the root causes of slippage, take you through how LYCRA Anti-Slip Fiber works, and share comparison data. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Melissa Stewart.
Thanks, Rita. We all know the hunt for the perfect pair of jeans. Satisfaction comes when the consumer finds the ultimate pair, the right fit, the right look. It is that yes moment. And then the unthinkable happens. The jean starts to change its appearance, getting unsightly, puckering, waving, and ripple appearance where seam slippage starts to happen. It can happen at any of the seam locations in the front, the side, or even the rear. So seam slippage is a consumer problem. Now, yes, consumers probably are not familiar with the term seam slippage. However, they do know when the quality of their jeans changes. And it can lead to just overall unsatisfactory opinion of a brand or label. Consumers can perhaps toss them in the back of their closet, throw them away, chat about their disappointment in their favorite brand to their friends and family, or even post a negative review or comment on social media, all being a significant problem to the industry and we want to avoid. So even me as a consumer, I've had this personal experience as well. Nothing more challenging to buy your favorite pair of jeans, spend good money on it, and then they turn into a disappointment. I wouldn't even want to wear those pair of jeans to do yard work. It really makes me unhappy. And to be fair, I expect my jeans to last a long time. I want to curate them. I have life adventures, memories in them. And so when they start to look like that, I'm really disappointed. So one of the biggest challenges for the fashion industry as a whole is dealing with returns, in particular for denim jeans, which is one of the most commonly returned items for online shopping. The majority of returns are often linked to improper fit, sizing, or appearance. However, a lot of those returns can be linked to the quality or the appearance changing over time. And this is linked to seam slippage. It is becoming a key problem and has been a key problem for denim makers, brands, and retailers alike. The unsightly puckering and wavy appearance in the garment is a challenge that consumers experience at home and is a pain point that we want to solve. That's why our team thought it was a great technical problem to work on, and we found a solution for it. So we stop and think, there's various factors that actually can influence seam slippage. It can be linked to the open construction of a fabric, yarn type, fiber blends, garment wash, sewing conditions, and more. However, we often see a higher propensity of seam slippage linked to open, high stretch constructions associated with slippery yarns. Slippage occurs when the spandex fiber doesn't stay anchored at the area of a seam. The spandex fiber actually slips back towards the inside of the yarn bundle and starts to create an unsightly appearance in the fabric and the garment. It only continues to propagate and get worse wash after wash in the consumer home. So we stopped and asked ourselves, how often and how does this present itself in denim fabrics? So we did a little test. We tested over 1,000 fabrics with our proprietary seam slippage test method from over 20 global mills across the world. And what we found was quite insightful. First of all, our LYCRA dual effects technology, only 4% of all of the fabrics tested had some element of seam slippage. But more alarmingly, 29% of fabrics with single core yarn showed a higher risk for seam slippage. So what we found was two important factors. First of all, LYCRA dual effects technology was already a great solution to help reduce and prevent seam slippage. And secondly, there was a huge opportunity in the denim market to provide a solution for single core yarn applications that have a high risk for seam slippage. Further, we know that in the denim industry, there are a lot of uses of cotton poly blend fabrics. This accounts to about 25 to 30% of the total denim market. While these fabrics feel good for consumer, they have great hand and great drape and are very soft. They often tend to increase the likelihood for seam slippage because of the slipperiness of the fibers. This overall creates a challenge for brands and retailers with the cost of garment returns that can impact the overall bottom line, but not only increase the risk of dissatisfied consumers that can lead to more poor quality reviews on their brand and their product. So we took a step back and we challenged our team. Our global team of scientists, researchers, and technical specialists across 3 of our global labs and multiple regions worked to develop a new fiber solution to help address this problem. It is our pleasure to introduce to you the new LYCRA Anti-Slip fiber type 866. It is a patent-pending innovation that helps to greatly reduce seam slippage in denim. Not only does it help to promote fabric and quality for denim makers, but it also helps to keep consumers looking good in their jeans wash after wash. So you're probably asking yourself, how does LYCRA Anti-Slip fiber technology work? Well, it's simple. The heart of the technology is our proprietary filament structure and chemical composition of the LYCRA fiber. It helps to create additional adhesive and frictional forces. This creates a little bit of extra tack and stickiness between the hard fiber and the LYCRA Anti-Slip fiber, helping to reduce seam slippage. Now I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Tianyi Lau, who has helped us to develop certain innovations such as LYCRA free fit technology and LYCRA dual effects technology to help speak to you about the applications and the benefits of LYCRA anti-slip technology.
Thank you, Melissa. Hello, everyone. And now let me give more detailed information on the unique performance of this new LYCRA fiber. This patent pending fiber, we call it LYCRA Anti-Slip fiber, is the best spandex that can be used in correspond yarn. It can greatly improve the fabric seam slippage and help avoid puckering in the wavering appearance on the washed garment. At the same time, it will provide excellent stretch and recovery. The fabric made with LYCRA Anti-Slip fiber can meet LYCRA brand standard and certification. Our lab developed a proprietary test method that can predict the fabric slippage risk. The LYCRA slippage, the fabric slippage length is used as a risk predictor. From our experience, when the fabric have slippage length is higher than 15 millimeter, the fabric have a higher slippage risk. In the puckering and also the wavering appearance can show up on the garments during the garment wash process or consumer home laundry process. However, when the seam slippage length is less than 15 millimeter, the slippage risk is low. As shown in these slides, LYCRA Anti-Slip fiber bring a new solution for our classic cotton spandex fabric. It can reduce the fabric slippage length 30 to 40%. For example, the fabric made with 40 denier normal spandex, the fabric seam slippage length is 16.5 millimeter, while the fabric made with anti-slip fiber, their slippage length reduced to 10 millimeter. 70 denier LYCRA anti-slip fiber reduce fabric seam slippage length from 17 millimeter to 8.3 millimeter. Two-piece fabric made with LYCRA anti-slip fiber have no slippage issue. LYCRA anti-slip fiber also is very specially effective for branded fabric, such as cotton poly, cotton rayon, and the poly rayon branded fabric. As shown in these slides, LYCRA anti-slip fiber can reduce fabric slip length 50% for both 40 and 70 denier products. We are so excited to see our technical approach works. This breakthrough innovation provides most effective tool to address the #1 technical issue in this important category of the fabric. LYCRA is well known for its high quality standard in the trade and have a good reputation for its exceptional high recovery power and the uncompatible consistency. This new LYCRA fiber will maintain this high quality standard. Its physical performance is similar to our standing LYCRA fiber. As shown here, their fabric stretch in the recovery in strong curves are left. The fabric made with LYCRA anti-slip fiber have good stretch recovery in the power. Another important point I want to point out here is this is an easy to dub in product. There is no need to change or adjust the textile process setting or fabric structure when upgrade existing fabric with this new LYCRA fiber. As we know, there are three main kinds of elastic yarn used for stretch denims: single core yarn, dual core spun yarn, and also air-coupled yarn. LYCRA anti-slip fiber can be used for all these kinds of yarn, and it can break down the fabric seam slippage dramatically. Due to unique dual core structure, the LYCRA dual-fax fabric already have outstanding performance in slippage resistance. But if we add this new anti-slip LYCRA fiber into the fabric, LYCRA dual-fax fabric the performance can get even better. LYCRA dual-fax fabric plus LYCRA anti-slip fiber is the best performing fabric in the setup, the golden standard for all stretch wovens. As Melissa pointed out, in addition to elastic fiber, there are many other factors will affect fabric seam slippage. In order to ensure the fabric containing LYCRA anti-slip fiber have good performance, we set up fabric certification programs. Mills can submit the fabric containing LYCRA anti-slip fiber to our lab for certification tests globally. We not only test the fabric seam slippage, but we also test the fabric other performance, such as stretch, growth, shrinkage. The certified fabric is ensured to have low slippage, but high performance. In the same times, we want to ensure the fabric contains the new fiber in your new fabric. Our customer tell us the LYCRA anti-slip fiber can be used with higher draft in core-spun yarn. Various types of fibers and yarn structures can be used, and the fabric can be designed with more open structure. That allowed us to make the fabric with soft hand and authentic look, while maintaining high performance in the low seam slippage. Low seam slippage can benefit for whole denim value chain. Low seam slippage lead to low yarn and the fabric claims in textile mills, low defect garment in garment laundry house, and the low returned fabric for retail and brands. Most importantly, LYCRA anti-slip fiber can help deliver longevity garment to consumer. Thanks to its low slippage, the garment keep flat without buckling and wavering wash after wash. And thanks to its high power, the garment won't look saggy and baggy appearance wear after wear. The consumer can keep their favorite pair of jeans looking good and fitting well for a long time. In return, it can get the customer satisfaction increased, and reduce the negative review on the website. At the same time, get the government brand image elevated. That is the win-win situation. As we remember, 10 years ago, our denim industry faced poor recovery in the high fabric growth issue. We developed LYCRA Dual-Flex fabric that successfully overcome this issue and set the new industry standard. Today, we strongly believe this new LYCRA technology can conquer this slippage issue that we faced, develop this important category of the fabric. And we are looking forward to work with you and transform this LYCRA fiber innovation into your commercial products. Thank you. And then I'll return to Rita.
Thanks, Tiani. We know that comfort and durability have been on the forefront of what the new consumer is looking for in their purchase decisions. By using this new LYCRA anti-slip fiber, you're going to be able to deliver a garment that will not only be comfortable to wear, but will maintain the garment appearance wash after wash, giving jeans longevity and increased durability. So I'm going to open it up to questions now. We've had a few questions come in, and so our first one, Melissa, I'm going to give this to you. Can LYCRA anti-slip fiber be used for dual effects fabric? And actually I'm going to combine that because there was another question wanting to know a little bit about the difference of dual effects technology. So if you want to just answer those.
Sure, Rita. Yes, we have found that the LYCRA anti-slip technology can be used with dual effects. Dual effects in its own right today already provides a good solution for reducing seam slippage. But when you integrate LYCRA anti-slip fiber type 866 into a dual core construction, it only continues to increase the ability to prevent against seam slippage.
Great. Tiani, there's a question about any special manufacturing processes that are needed.
If we want to keep the same fabric appearance and performance, and just update your fabric and keep the same performance without a slippage issue, there's no need to change the setting or process. But due to this unique performance of this new fiber, it's possible to allow the mill to design the fabric with more open structures that lead to soft hand and also have a good look.
Great. And can you also, Tiani, clarify what deniers this fiber is available in?
Currently, we have 40 and 70 denier available globally. And we are on the way to develop other deniers, such as 105 denier, and is on the discussion for expand.
Okay. Also, Tiani, there's a question about how we test for slippage and the 15 millimeter on those charts, what that is. So I'm going to turn that over to you. I am going to say it is a proprietary test method that Tiani has created, which is used to determine if a fabric has a higher propensity for slippage. But what can you share with us, Tiani, and what that 15 millimeter is measuring?
Okay, so this test method is because LYCRA, we create LYCRA, invent LYCRA is like 60 years and used for denim at 30 years. And we know the slippage issue for a long time, but these 3 years it gets even worse. But for our lab, we have long time experience to deal with that. And then we created the test method is we simulate the industry laundry under normal condition. And then after that process, we use a special machine, special chemical, and a special condition. And that condition will better related to the damage situation. So that part is very difficult to come out of our lab to do the industry test for that part.
Okay. Melissa, can this be used also in combination with our Coolmax fiber?
Yes, it can. Actually, Rita, we've been doing some work with some of our mill partners and looking at garment samples already, testing it with Coolmax EcoMade as well. So it can be used in conjunction with other technologies such as Coolmax and still has the same look and hand and appearance as our standard LYCRA fiber.
Okay. And then we had a couple questions about the presentation. Just so you know, you can contact me separately if you'd like a copy of the presentation. We'll also be posting a link to the video. So if you have any colleagues who weren't able to see this, they can see it that way. We'll be doing that on LinkedIn as well as on our site. And then there's a question, Melissa, going back to the presentation of your slide of what was the percentage of failures that we were seeing in single core fabrics?
Oh, yeah, we were seeing approximately a third, 29% were failing on single core. And so that really gives us insight that the opportunity for this technology can really help improve the overall quality of single core fabrications, whether cotton or cotton poly rayon blends.
Great. Okay. So we weren't able to get to everyone's questions. Some of you left your contact information, so we'll get back to you directly and answer those. If you have further questions, please reach out to me directly, as well as reach out to me for information on how to get started with this fiber. It is available at our mills globally. Tune in next week to Kingpins 24 on Wednesday and Thursday as we talk about LYCRA fiber and circularity, as well as our innovation process. So until next time, bye-bye.